So, this is going to be like the pilot episode that comes up in all of the series that we watch. I am really recording this like very spontaneously because this has been something that's been on my mind for like so long. Like, I've always wanted to start a podcast because, as I am someone who loves speaking, and then there's this fear of it not being the right time. The topic is not nice, or what if I fumble and people don't like it, what if people judge me and everything. I've had so many of these questions for years now, and honestly, I am really tired. I'm so tired of giving way to all of these judgments and thoughts in my mind that is stopping me from doing something that I genuinely love. And if people were to judge me for how I am expressing myself, be it. And I don't know what really stopped me, because like I had my phone with me all the time, and recording an audio doesn't even require like anything in the beginning. So I just kept telling myself that I needed a proper mic, and then I was like, what would I even talk about? And even if I were to talk about something interesting, would people be actually willing to listen to me and stuff like that? And I kept thinking and thinking, and at this point I'm just like, fuck it, I am going to just start and speak whatever comes to my mind. And if people like me, it'll be fun, but if they don't, I'll keep trying, and at least I'll not have the regret of not ever trying, because I am someone who has always had this thing that anything I do needs to be so perfect. Like, that is something that has stopped me from doing a lot of things. Many things that I do love and enjoy, I fear, like, I stop myself from doing it only because the fear that what if like it is not the right time, and maybe if I do it at a much more perfect time than it is now, I'll have better results. But the thing is, that has only ever stopped me from doing it at the last minute in such a rushed way that it goes bad than it could have ever you could have ever imagined. And that is how my entire life has been. You give me any task, I'd be so excited to do it. I'd make so many plans, but the thing is, I make so many unrealistic plans, get myself overwhelmed, and then I'm lost. And at the end of it, I don't even do it. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow with a fresher mind. I'll just jot down the important things today, and then it never happens. This podcast was one of those things. As someone who loves speaking, and I do feel like it's a hobby. More than a hobby, it's like, it's my way of expressing. Like, I feel like whenever I'm able to speak to people, let them know what I want or do through my words, I feel more empowered. And I was like, I need to do something so that I can do this more regularly, in sort of a way that I could talk regularly. Apart from regularly talking to my therapist, I wanted to talk to people and connect with them. And I thought, I've always I found out this thing about podcast in Spotify. Like, you can create there's an app for podcasters where you can just upload things and speak your art on it. And I found that out, I think, a year ago, and it's been a year, and I was like, I just can't keep postponing this anymore, because really it has been so long. So I have no clue what I'm going to talk about. I am just going to, just get into anything and everything that interests me, to find people who are interested in the same things as me. I don't have a particular niche, because every time I look up the internet, like if I want to become a content creator, what do? The first thing that comes up is like, find your niche. I don't have one particular interest. I am a different person each day. One day I get up, I love my university subjects so much. By the way, I am doing my final year MBBS, so I'm doing my final year of medical school. So I'm like, some days I'm like so interested in what I'm studying, and other days I hate it so much, and all I can ever think about is the books I'm reading. I am currently reading a lot of books again. I can't choose. I can never choose. I'm indecisive like that. And the other days I just want to talk about movies. It just keeps changing. and that used to be something that kept me from stopping, because I was like, like, what will make people come to my podcast? There needs to be like a common topic, for this topic you can go look at our podcast. But then I was like, I am human, and as humans we're prone to have different interests, and it's not that I need to be so good and just, or so more than being good, it's like, it's not that I need to be so interested in only in one thing. So I was just like, I'll just talk about anything and everything that interests me. Maybe I'll find people who are resonant with that, and I just started recording this podcast very randomly, because I wanted to be spontaneous, because I know that if I tell myself, okay, I'll just write a script and then start writing it again, I'll never get around to doing it. I'll probably make myself write a script, rewrite it a million times. And earlier, I would just write and then go. But then now with ChatGPT, I'll probably be putting on my script onto there and be like, give me remarks, and it'll give me a million remarks, and then ask it to refine it, and then I have to say what is written there exactly, and that just takes up the whole spark of talking. What comes to my mind, that spontaneity is what I love about speaking, because I'm able to express what I am feeling and put it into words. That's something I've always felt like, it makes me feel really good. And if I were to make it into a script and do that, I think that would lose its power. Like, having ideas on what I want to talk about is great, but like, just forcing myself and putting myself into a script will definitely constrain me, and that is something that will not work for me. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it just doesn't work for me. So this is just an introductory episode into my life, and I will be talking about all things midlife, about dealing with a lot of mental health issues, and dealing with society, dealing with people, dealing with life in general. And I'm in my 20s, so I think I have a variety of topics to align. And if you are someone who falls into any one of these categories, or if you are just someone who wants to listen in for a random rant with your friend, you can always join in. I really am not sure about the frequency of the episodes as of now, because I just had to pressure myself into just creating this episode randomly. I have not thought about anything else, because I don't want to over plan, over analyze, and not start it again. So I'm just going to put this out here, and then once I decide like a proper day and thing like that, if I do have people who come and listen, maybe we'll have a proper schedule and things a bit. So until then, this is me signing off. We will see again with a proper new episode.